suddenly it's nap time, right? And it's like, I'm so excited, dude. I like crawl in the bed. I'm like, yes. And like, I guess I slept for an hour, but it felt like 10 minutes. And like, I fall asleep quickly. I wake up, and like every time he wakes me up, I like jump because like I'm terrified. So I don't know what's going on. And like, I'm trying to sleep, and then it goes back to the okay, stay awake. And it's like, but it's like when somebody just gives you a sip of water and you're so thirsty you want the bottle.
Right.
That's what they did to me. Like, the nap was just the sip. And so they kept having, like, they would constantly click on and off the monitor, which made it like their little, like, speak thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, they had to do that, like, all throughout the day because, like, I kept nodding off and it was driving me crazy. And then, like, I would go try to sit in the chair, and they started having the camera follow me around the room because they knew I was trying to find places where I could sleep, and they wouldn't let me. It was so exhausting.
Per usual, you leave your fantastic what's the word I'm looking for? Your first impression with people.
Because I couldn't have any caffeine or anything.
Right.
They just wanted me to be awake on my own will. And that's never going to happen.
No, but that's the whole point of the test.
I was like, you don't have to worry. Like, you can get me caffeine. I'll still go to bed. But then maybe you won't have to, like, follow me around the room. And, like, it's like, I wasn't trying to be mean, but, like...
You only had 8 hours of sleep. You're very grumpy right now.
That was it. But, like, when they follow me, and the thing is, like, I have not watched live TV in a hot minute. Like, I watch a lot of my streaming shows. Like, I get my news on YouTube.
Same.
Like, like the NBC News, like the actual news outlets, but on YouTube.
Yeah. So,
I haven't had to sit through a traditional commercial break in a while.
They're torture, aren't they?
Yeah. But that's when I would start to fall asleep.
Oh, God.
And it's like, it's not my fault that they give you, like, 10 minutes of things that your mind just, like, wants you to go sleep on.
Well, I don't think the purpose of commercials is not to go to sleep. Promotions people want you to stay awake and buy products.
Well, they weren't doing the job. And so, I can't, it's all kind of a fog because I felt like I was just drunk and in a fog and being tortured. All I can remember is like, Shiela, get up and walk around. Like, okay, yeah, I'm going to walk around the room. But, like, the second I sit back down, I'm going to want to go back to bed. And I don't understand why they couldn't just let me sleep.
Well...
Like, isn't that the point of it? To let me sleep to see how long whatever.
Well, keep in mind, for most normal people, after 8 hours, you're not supposed to want to sleep anymore.
But I got 5 naps.
Yeah.
In, like...
I'm just saying.
10 hours or something. I don't know. And it was torture. I would like to be able to get 8 hours and not have to try to sneak around a room to figure out where I can fall asleep.
I could just see Shiela, like, with her, like, hands bent up and on her tippy toes, like,
trying
to sleep.
Shiela trying to sneak around the cameras.
Yeah. I kept trying to find the right angle, and at one point I thought maybe I could just pretend to pray, and then I could just sit in my chair.
Thank you, Lord
and they
Jesus,
would never
for
know.
I have this feeling you didn't leave the best impression, and I don't think you're invited back. I'm just saying. I got this feeling.
I feel like the guy who ran my sleep study was just like, this bee, like, what is wrong with her? Why can't she stay awake? Like, he's probably used to doing these sleep studies with people who are just, like, tired, you know? And it's like, oh, they get, like, one good night, like a pork. They get, like, one good night of sleep, and they're good to go. Like,
No,
you know, and
not
so
Shiela.
he probably just like sits in the control room all day and watches Dr. Phil or whatever.
Right.
But with me, like, I had to keep him on his toes. He was like, she's asleep again. And I apologized before I left. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I was like, I'm going to go home and go to bed, which I know you think is weird because of the naps, but I'm so tired and I'm so sorry that, like...
Sorry I tried to act like a cartoon character, like Wile E. Coyote, come up with Acme plans to try to go to sleep.
Yep. So...
Oh my god.
I'm sure he actually sees more of that than you think.
Yeah, he probably does see more of that than one might think.
I don't know. Hopefully, maybe.
Maybe. That's the idea.
I mean, he gave me the impression that I was a unique case. 'Cause I don't know if he sees as many people who can't make it through an hour and a half of being awake.
Who knows?
And if he'd given me a pop, I might have been able to make it for the hour and a half, but they refused, so.
That's on them. Really.
Yeah, that's on them. So
that's
he
really
had to
on
keep his
them.
toes.
Yeah.